Hello everyone, this is Dee, and this is another episode in my Matters of the Heart series. Today I wanted to take a look at one of the phases we often experience in life and why we should learn to recognize when this phase is preparing to start. Let's face it, no matter who you are, there are ups and downs in your life. That goes for you, me, and everyone else. These are cycles or phases in our lives which are 100% unavoidable. No matter how good things are in our lives, those ups and downs actually keep us balanced. If we never experience anything negative, how would we know that our life is doing well? What would we have to base good on? So, in a way, going through our downs actually give us a point of reference so we'll know just how good we actually have it. There are some people who have a nice car, a nice career, a nice home, good lives, and great relationships, and yet they are still unhappily struggling with something. Just because another person looks good and prosperous on the surface doesn't mean that individual is in a good phase or in a good place in their life. We can only see the outward appearance. That same person who looks like they're doing well may be battling a life-threatening disease or illness. Living every day can be difficult with many forces pulling you in different directions. One thing to consider is to learn to identify the phases in your life to prepare yourself to ride out the inevitable storms which we all find ourselves going through. One thing I like to say is, remember to look for signs. Since I was a child, my body and my spirit would always give me warning signs that some drastic change was about to take place. I would always have the worst nightmares about tornadoes. Anyone who has ever experienced a tornado knows that they are an extremely destructive force. The sound of a tornado literally brings fear to your heart because the rushing wind is so powerful. It sounds like it could strip you down, all the way down, pick you up and take you away. Whenever I dream of tornadoes, I never experience that dream only one time. Often, I will have the same dream for 3 to 7 consecutive nights in a row. I learned a long time ago that this is a warning. This dream serves as a warning for me to get my things together and get my life in order because something drastic is about to change. Something is about to happen. Everything I worked for or accumulated at that time is subject to be in the path of destruction. I can clearly remember 4 or 5 times in my life when I have had these dreams, and when all was said and done, I walked away with only the essentials to start over from scratch. I know you're probably wondering, why would something like this keep happening? When I was younger, I would cry and ask God, why am I the only person this keeps happening to? At that time, I had no understanding that many people have dreams. Many people have similar dreams. Of course, those people may dream of floods. They may have dreams of falling off a cliff. And some people may have dreams of tornadoes as well. I didn't realize that I wasn't the only one. I've never been much for partying. I don't mistreat people. I've always helped people. I never neglect my children. I always give my family my love and attention. And at times, I would always be in church serving and living according to the word. Yet and still, I would find myself in the destructive path of a metaphoric tornado. Over time, I began to understand that in order for me to accomplish certain things in my life, something drastic must strip away the old and make way for the new. I've always been very old-fashioned and set in my ways. Even though I'm the type of person who loves to challenge myself and strive for advancement, I don't always like to change what I've worked so hard to accomplish. In order to advance, however, I must get out of my comfort zone, and that's not always easy for me to do. These tornadoes helped me to see it was time for a change, and it was going to happen whether I wanted it to or not. The only thing I had control of was how I lived through the change, how I lived through the storm, and how I came out of it. Did I prepare myself to ride out the storm and come out ready to work and move up to the next level of my life? Or maybe I neglected to prepare for the storm. Is it possible that as a result of that neglect, did I continue to go on a roller coaster ride of ups and downs because I didn't learn some important message which would have helped me move to the next level if I had just learned it while I was going through the storm? The tornado wasn't just a warning for change, it was also a vehicle for change. And in the middle of the tornado, in the vortex, in that quiet place, there's also a message waiting that was just for me to help me move up to the next level of my life. When we miss those messages, we will continue to go up, down, and loop back around in a never advancing circle. This is a cycle which many people find themselves in with no clear path of understanding how to get out of the cycle. The never advancing circle will keep you locked in a pattern of repetitive negative behaviors which prevent you from really accomplishing your goals. This will not change as long as you fail to learn whatever it is that you're supposed to learn while you're going through the storm. I will often ask God to show me the truth of any matter I undertake. When we are sincerely seeking truth, we must prepare for the answer. Often we already have some idea of what the answer is, but we want a definitive confirmation before we make a move. Not only do I ask God for a revelation, I listen to advice from other people who have really gone through something and have shown wisdom. And basically what I do is I sift the good out that's appropriate for my life, and anything that's not appropriate for my life, I throw it away. I don't entertain anything that's not for me. I never diminish that person because of their opinion, because that was their opinion. And because often the people who are struggling are some of the wisest people and have some of the best advice. That tornadic dream helps me to understand that something drastic will happen. Not may, but will take place in my life. The only thing I need to do is learn from it and survive, because when I make it out of the storm, the metaphoric silver lining will manifest itself as a mountain of blessings waiting for me on the other side. The tornado actually prepares me for how I am supposed to move with respect in my blessing. The tornado teaches us to be still and think about each movement. It teaches us to move with purpose. It teaches us to plan each step so that we don't fall and perish. It teaches us to appreciate every step, because as long as we're still standing, breathing, and thinking, as a survivor, great things are waiting for us if we can just ride out the storm. When we survive the tornadoes in our lives, our rewards are given to us, but there are certain things we must accomplish and do with those blessings before the next tornadic experience happens in our life. We must be a blessing to others. We must learn and grow. We must prepare slowly but surely for any future storm. Part of that preparation should be paying off small debts, trimming unnecessary expenses, taking care of your household, and making sure that your family and loved ones know how much you love them and how much you care for them, and also how much you appreciate them. There are a lot of small things that we can do to prepare ourselves before another storm enters our life. Some of the big steps we can take include learning money management, learning how to properly budget our finances and our time. We can also learn the importance of saving. These are just some things that we can learn as we go along so we can better ourselves and our chances for success. When I ask God to reveal things to me, I must prepare myself to accept the truth. Let's face it, sometimes we already have an idea what the truth is, but we really don't want to know what it is. But when we ask the question, we must prepare ourselves for the answer. Because I know God will reveal the truth to me, whatever is revealed is not met with the look of disappointment and procrastination. I immediately start to execute my plan for change and prepare my life for the storm. Often we already know it's time to make a change in our lives regarding the people we love, our jobs, our homes, friends, and many other areas of our life. But change can be hard. Many people would rather suffer through an unfulfilled life because it is too hard to step out on faith and do something new and different to enrich their life. The truth of the matter is that the occasional tornado is the only way some of us will ever move forward in life. We have to learn to spot those tornadoes so we can prepare for the down season it's warning us about. We will all experience moments of our lives when it feels like nothing will work out for us. Planning for a down season can be the difference in you making it out charged up and ready to take charge of your life and go into your season of prosperity, or repeating a series of exhaustive up and down cycles, spinning you around and around until you're too confused and frustrated to figure out what the next step is. Because you weren't prepared to survive in the storm, you don't learn anything. You don't learn anything that you need to learn, and you keep walking in the same path, going through the same problems in the same storm. Just remember that if we're not learning in a storm, then we're destined to repeat that same storm until we get it and until we figure things out. I know some people don't believe as I do. I completely understand that. I'm not trying to change your beliefs, but I am trying to share with you some clues to certain reoccurring events in your life so you can identify those storms as they pop up. Ask yourself what happened before and after that mental or physical tornado took place, and figure out what these events mean in your life and how they can help you to prepare to move up to another level of success. In conclusion, I believe we should all pray for a renewed mind in order to identify those metaphorical tornadoes that pop up in our lives. I believe we should all pray for God's love to reveal exactly what it is that we are supposed to learn in the still, quiet center of the storm. I pray that we will all learn the right way to move through the storms in order to move on to the next best phase of our lives. I pray that anyone currently in the middle of a storm will figure out why you're there so you can finally walk out of the storm into your blessing, and remember not to forget to be a blessing to others. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. I just want to say, I hope we all will learn to work together in love and peace. Let's build up Black YouTube and direct our positive energies towards building one another up and strengthening the Black community. Please leave topics you would like to hear about and discuss or comment about in the comment section. This is all about growth, light, and truth. Make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe. Click the notification button so you'll receive each episode as it becomes available. All right, everyone, that's all I have for now. This is Black Conspiracy TV, BADTV, Matters of the Heart. Thanks so much for stopping by. Have a blessed and safe week. And Black people, please keep your eyes open and your ears sharp. See you later, guys. Bye. Hello everyone, this is Dee, and this is another episode in my Matters of the Heart series.